Chin augmentation is a procedure that I get very excited about because the chin plays such an important role in making a face look good. If your chin is less than ideal, then it can limit the attractiveness of your face. But the good news is that chin augmentation procedure is safe, predictable, and minimally invasive. So I'd like to talk to you about chin augmentation. So the anatomy of a strong chin. A strong chin should bring proportion and balance between the upper and lower parts of the face. It can also contour the neckline. And in general, a strong chin is associated with character and overall attractiveness. And many of us aren't born with incredible chins like George Clooney, but the good news is that there's a procedure where we can have a chin that matches our face. So here's an example of a young man who consulted about having his nasolabial folds treated, and looking at his face, I recommended a chin augmentation to improve the lower strength of his face. And here we can see him 2 weeks after his chin augmentation procedure, and I think you'll agree that he looks great. And this is the design of the implant. It's silastic, it's soft, it's tapered at the edges, and that helps it contour with your natural jawline. And because of this tapering design, it blends in with your natural jawline. And we'll see that in this example. So this is a young woman who wanted to strengthen her jawline. We placed the implant through a small incision, less than 1 inch, and that's placed underneath the chin. And the implant rests along the jawline. And in addition to augmenting the jawline, it helps with the shadowing seen in front of her cheeks. And here we can see her with her final result, and she has a nice, natural, strong jawline. On a side note, we also did some fillers underneath her eyes. So here's another example, and one of the nice things about chin augmentation surgery is that through the same incision, you can both augment the chin and sculpt the neck, and this can make the face look more athletic. So the same incision was made here, and again the implant was placed, but this time we did some liposuction in addition. And here he's seen afterwards, and he looks great. He looks more athletic, more fit, and we were both very happy with these results. Here's another example, and this example shows how the chin and the cheeks are really important in making a face look good. So this is a man where we augmented his chin, but we also augmented his cheek structure. And I think you'll agree, he looks great. He felt great, and this was a fun procedure to be a part of. So how is this done, chin augmentation? Well, it's an outpatient procedure. It's usually done under general anesthesia, and it takes about an hour to do. And you'll see that it can be helpful for individuals that really need a lot of chin augmentation, but it can also be very helpful for someone who has an average chin, but maybe wants to make it a little bit stronger. And here's an example of that, where his chin before was pretty good, but it's great after the surgery. So another benefit from time to time of chin augmentation procedure is it can make for a younger appearance. Here's an example of a woman who had a chin augmentation procedure, and we did some liposuction at the same time, and she looks maybe 7 to 10 years younger. And here's another example where we've really improved her neckline and the entire lower third of her face. Another example of improving facial proportion, this is for a younger patient. She was 17, and we can see afterwards just a beautiful oval shaped face. Before the procedure, her cheeks looked a little large and her nose seemed out of proportion, but now everything looks great. And from the side, this is a week after the surgery. We can see some tape underneath her chin, and she's had a very fast recovery. So speaking of recovery, the recovery is generally 5 to 7 days. After the procedure, you're able to go home. It's an outpatient procedure, as we said before. So here's an example of recovery. This is a man who was interested in neck contouring, and again we recommended a chin augmentation. These are the final results that we were able to achieve. His jaw looks stronger, his neck is better contoured, and he looks well rested. And this is what the recovery is like. So 1 week after surgery, he's got some bruising and he's a little swollen. By 10 days, he's looking pretty good, although he doesn't have his final results yet. He certainly can, he's what we call restaurant ready, where he can go out and not draw a lot of attention to himself. And here at 2 months, he has a great result. So in summary, the chin is very important for an attractive face. The procedure to augment the chin is either done surgically in an hour on an outpatient basis, and the recovery is a week. And currently we do have non-surgical options which are almost as good as the surgical ones, which involve using fillers along the jawline. So that's it, and thank you for your attention.